Pokémon TCG Online. Pokémon TCG Online is a 2011 video game based on the Pokémon trading card game developed by Dire Wolf Digital. Players challenge non-player characters and other online players to card battles using 60 card decks. Storybook Brawl. This one is pretty diverse in terms of hero selection. You'll be able to choose from 30 heroes to have under your control and select a side to fight on. You can either pick some spooky, evil vampire or some other chick that's more good-hearted. You also don't have to worry about facing difficulties as a beginner. This game has to offer bot games if you're a new player. This game does a lot of things differently than other card games and you should give it a try. Creatures of Aether. You'll be put in the magical world of Aether, where you'll be able to either destroy other players in ranked PvP matches or PvE dungeons if slaughtering or getting slaughtered by other players is not your cup of tea. Once again, you'll have to build a strong deck that will consist of whatever you want to put in it. You'll be equipped with many powerful abilities to crush your foes in this fancy, cartoonish game with hours long of fun gameplay.
To the support zone and can do nothing more this turn.
Infinity War's animated trading card game. Nothing to do with the Avengers. Players take their turns simultaneously, meaning you'll do less waiting around as the rope burns down. There's also added depth from being able to swap your units around in different zones. You might change the order the units in your offensive zone attack in, or swap a stronger unit to your defensive zone if your opponent is about to pull out something big. To be frank, the voice acting is really bad, but the fully animated card art is a cool blend of sci-fi and fantasy. The Elder Scrolls Legends. Inspired by games such as Hearthstone, Elder Scrolls Legends brings its own twist to the gameplay by adding lanes to the map. The right lane can offer you a place to hide for a single turn, while the left lane has no effect. While it sounds like a small thing, it adds a new layer of decision-making to your turns.
I will have my vengeance. I want to be an assassin, like Naryu.
Close ranks, let nothing through.
Wrong place for a midnight scroll. Over here, this way. I will have my vengeance. I will have my vengeance.
You'd make me a prisoner inside my own city.
Eternal. Eternal looks and feels a lot like Hearthstone in practice, but brings back things like instant cards that can be played during your opponent's turn, mana cards with specific colors for each faction, decks with any number of factions mixed, and declaring which of your minions will attack and then letting your opponent choose their own blockers. The key here is Eternal has managed to make all these things quicker and more satisfying than most other digital CCGs that try them, not sacrificing depth for accessibility. It also has one of a great draft mode, letting you draft a deck from 4 card packs that you keep for your collection after the fact.
Die with honor.
The Horus Heresy Legions. This one is specifically for Warhammer 40,000 Tragics, and not just the kind who read 40k novels, but also the spin-off prequel series set 10,000 years before those during the war called the Horus Heresy. If you've read Galaxy in Flames, then you'll get a kick out of a tutorial campaign that puts you through the fall of Istvan III, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then Legions probably isn't for you. Though the art's all over the place, Legions has some nice touches too, like the drop pods that protect certain cards when they land but which can be blasted away if you've got enough firepower and want to get at the squishy units within. Warhammer combat cards. Did you play that RTS game called Hammer of Wars or something? Well, they made another game that takes place in the same universe, the only difference being that it's a card game. In the beginning, you're gonna witness plenty of hardships in this game. This game particularly focuses on bullying new players in the early phases of playing this game. But please, don't get discouraged. You will feel more powerful as you progress and overcome hardships. If you're not a fan of multiplayer battles, you can always try the single-player campaign. Magic: The Gathering Arena. It's time to talk about a very different type of strategy game. Magic: The Gathering has cemented itself as one of the best trading card games of all time. With the release of Magic: The Gathering Arena, this classic game has started to gain some prominence within the digital gaming sphere as well. Even if you don't know how to play Magic: The Gathering, this could be a good place for you to start. Essentially, it just gives you an opportunity to play Magic: The Gathering on your PC, Mac, mobile, or tablet. With options to play against computer players or human beings, it manages to capture all of the fun of this nuanced and strategic card game, with tutorials for newcomers. Plus, if you love the collecting angle of trading card games, that's still there too. The more you play, the more cards you can unlock for your collection. Gwent: The Witcher card game. Yes, CD Projekt Red made their own card game as well, obviously based on their Witcher series. Here you'll be able to collect cool cards with characters from the game, like Geralt, Yennefer, and most important of them all, Roach. How can you not love this game when you can put out Roach on the battlefield? It's F2P friendly as hell. I managed to get myself a decent meta deck in less than a week, and my progression in this game always seemed pleasant and easy to comprehend. I have to say this game is a nice change of pace from all the other mentioned card games, and you'll enjoy it if you like a game where you can easily come up with your own strategies and deck builds.
Swords are for wenches. Get yourself an axe.
Legends of Runeterra. This League of Legends spin-off turns the MOBA's champions into powerful cards, adapting their playstyle to a CCG. It's an aggressive game where summoned followers and champions attack immediately rather than waiting the traditional turn, as is only polite, but it's not a brain-dead one. The Oracle's Eye, which shows you future board states after a certain attack phase or spell has resolved, is a necessary feature. What makes people really like Legends of Runeterra, though, is the generous reward system it has in place of booster packs.
New recruit reporting in.
Forward! For Demacia!
Charge? Well, at least he didn't play a card this turn.
Hearthstone. One of my beloved card games ever. I played this motherducker since its release back in 2014. I remember getting my first legendary, which was Sylvanas, the Windrunner. This game has an arena system that will grant you with awesome rewards the more you win, and an exciting pack opening system, where you can find legendary, epic, uncommon or common cards with special effects. You can play with 9 distinct classes, each of them having special abilities that either make them tanky, deal damage to minions, other heroes, or just fill your turn with a 1/1 minion as a pally.
2 cards. Ugh, he must have been saving one. Should I attack a gnome or Hogger himself?
Alright, that was my 12 list of the best free card games. You also can check my other card games video. I put the link in description. I hope it can really help you to find something new to play. I'll be happy if you would like to write one of your favorite in the comments below. I really appreciate your thumbs up. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.